Yeah, it's like 4 a.m. Can't sleep. I go woken up by some noise. Um, so another late night session or early morning session, should I say? So I've got two videos pending. Because at the moment I'm talking about thoughts and how thoughts possess you. I'm not going to talk about that too much because it will all get explained in the videos when they get uploaded. But I just thought, because I like to do my precursors, right? my preview sessions. So this should kind of give you an idea. So essentially, what I'm trying to tell you or make you aware of is there is a fundamental difference between the act of thinking and experiencing thoughts. There is a difference between thinking and experiencing thoughts, okay? Don't forget that. It's very, very crucial for you to know that, okay? So, with that in mind, we have to look at it this way. 1 second. You gotta look at it this way. So essentially, when it comes to thinking, what is thinking? Thinking is an active process, yeah, where we're actually going into some part of ourselves which is not here, right? And we access kind of like, we use that part of our mind to engage, with the reality, and we analyze things and we solve problems and we can make decisions or like create scenarios or imagine them or whatever. It actually requires you to deliberately focus, yeah, and use energy. It costs energy to do that, yeah. And when it happens, it's kind of like you are doing it. It's an active process, yeah. You're doing it. You control the flow of thoughts in that space. So if anything's come, you can stop it. Yeah, like any kind of like imagined scenarios, you can block it out because in that moment you are consciously creating. Yeah. But people tell me that you're not creators. What the fuck? Humanity, man. So you can control the flow of thoughts, right? And you can choose which ones to focus on when you're actively thinking. And you can even guide kind of like the direction of your mental activity, right? So examples of thinking is kind of like the practical stuff. Like you can be planning your day, solving a mathematical problem, listening to me, writing an essay or creating a strategy, formulating, a position, stuff like that, right? And the experience of thinking is it feels very intentional and purposeful. Purposeful. I can't speak. Purposeful. Jesus. Because it involves using your mind to accomplish a task, yeah? Even, it's like when we do that, it's like there's an obstacle, and the simplest way to break it down, there's an obstacle, you need to get around it, yeah? Or there's a situation you need to, whatever, you're solving something, you're analyzing something, yeah? You're creating something, because to solve the obstacle or get around it involves you creating a scenario for you to walk into. This is literal creation, guys. Literal creation. Okay, now, thoughts. You don't think thoughts, you experience thoughts, yeah? Okay, now, thoughts are more of a passive process, yeah? And like I told you in a previous video, they are like ghosts of yourself, yeah, or former iterations of consciousness, because thoughts arise in your mind without your control, yeah. They just arise, they show up, and it's usually to do with the frequency you're on, your state of mind, or it could be triggered by like a stimulus, internal or external, yeah. And they kind of they arise without your deliberate control. You have no control over thoughts. You can have a bad thought about something right now, like you can think about, I don't know, something, whatever, you have no control over it. It's all to do with your state of being. Yeah? Okay. So in your role as, when it comes to experience and thoughts, your role there is not a doer. You go into observer mode. Yeah? You start to use your eye within your thing. Yeah? Your head, the eye that's there. It's because you're looking at the thought. Because the thought is not tangible, it's not here, but somehow you can look at it, right? But people tell me that this place is all there is. Dumb. So you use some sort of like eye that you have to look at the thought and experience it, right? Because that eye and that doer part of you is your creative energy, is the God essence within you, okay? Now, when it comes to experiencing thoughts, you watch them and the thoughts come and go, and you recognize them as like mental kind of phenomena, but you don't actively create them. They just kind of like possess you, or they just come into your mind, right? So examples could be like a random memory pops up in your head, memory being the key word, pops in your head, or you feel anxious about something, or you like some repetitive inner dialogue like, oh, I can't do this, or whatever it is, or oh, it's just gonna happen. These are thoughts, yeah? You don't think them, they arise, yeah? And they kind of feel like they're happening to you, right? Yeah? That's the experience of thoughts. It feels like it's happening to you because they possess you, they hijack you, yeah? It'll all get clear in the other videos that are coming. You see what I'm trying to talk about. So they tend to feel very spontaneous, intrusive, and uncontrollable, yeah? So with that in mind, you realize that when it comes to like thinking and thoughts, there are like so many differences, yeah? So many things that... What the hell is that sound? Sounds like a train. So the differences between thinking and thoughts. So thinking is intentional and it's guided, yeah? Thoughts are unintentional and spontaneous, yeah, random. So you have very little control over them. But in thinking, you have control over that. So that's why you can use your thinking ability to create what you want. Yeah, you can be intentional about what you think about, and you can create realities using your ability to think. Because just the very notion of using that to analyze and figure out reality, get around obstacles, etc., it's the very fundamental basis of creation. Okay, cool. When it comes to thinking, you are the active creator. The word here, the key word here is operator. Like you are the I can't speak, man, it's too early. The key word here is creator. You are actively creating what you're thinking, yeah? But when it comes to thoughts, you are the observer, yeah? Two aspects of the same thing. Okay? In one situation, you are doing. In the other situation, you're not doing anything. Something just hijacks you and it takes your attention, yeah? And you end up going into that image and it compels you, or it becomes so alluring or so kind of addictive to you that you end up creating it, because what you look at with that eye inside of your head, you create with that thing, yeah? Okay. The emotional impact or the way it feels in terms of thinking, it's neutral and it's very constructive, because you want something, you want to get around that, you want to climb that thing, you want to solve a maths problem, you want to play a game of chess, you want to have a debate, you want to formulate a position or write an essay, plan your day. You know, it's neutral and it's very constructive. It's like you're creating the reality to make sure that your kind of human experience is pleasant and not negative, and is very kind of like beneficial to you, right? And so there's no emotional impact there. But when it comes to experiencing thoughts, it triggers you emotionally. Yeah. What are emotions? I want answers in the comments, man. So what's the purpose of thinking? Purpose of thinking is it's goal driven. You're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to get something. Yeah. So thinking, you use that to create. Yeah. Experiencing thoughts is just random and there's no purpose to it. It essentially just shows you your current state of being or vibration. Yeah. If you fall into it, that's your own fucking problem. Okay. So essentially, in summary, if you like, experiencing thoughts gives you an insight into your own kind of patterns, your state of being, yeah, state of vibration, where you are. So recognizing these thoughts, without judgment helps you detach from them. That's why meditation is key. Breath work is key. Yeah. And being aware, guarding your mind against these things, because they are disembodied energies trying to take hold of your body so they can drive your body and get your conscious energy within you, the creator God within you, to create a reality that's not in alignment with your current configuration. Fakata. Okay? Thinking is your tool for consciously shaping your world. Yeah. So thinking, if you like, is your creative tool. It's your magic wand. Yeah. Thinking is your magic wand. And when you use it wisely, it can help you solve problems and create intentionally. It's your magic wand. Yeah. Cool. So the key to mental mastery, yeah, becoming a master of this thing, creation, is learning to observe your thoughts, yeah, and consciously choosing whether to engage with them or to let them just pass and go. I told you, the thoughts are not yours to hold. Let them pass and go. Let them just come through and just, okay, cool, gone. Yeah, that is your job. As initiates, that is your job. You will never make it to the next level if you're engaging with thoughts. I promise you that it will be too hard for you. It's not even like a selective process. You will literally deselect yourself because vibrationally you won't be able to do it. Because if you're engaging with thoughts, there are certain practices and certain like bits of knowledge that we're going to really delve into that you just won't be able to align with. Yeah. So you need to really, really, really guard your temple. Yeah. Guard your temple. Recognize what's going on. Whether you want to look at it biologically, from the position of the simulation, or you want to look at it from the position of the mental. Yeah. Guard your mind. Observe your patterns. Observe the disembodied versions, yeah, of your own self that are trying to take control of you, because they are hijackers, right? You need to notice them. They come in all forms, yeah, and they try and trigger you, or things will happen, quote unquote, and you respond to them through that. Be wary of that. Anyway, this is like the preview of the videos that are coming, because the videos that are coming, I really delve into how thoughts actually hijack you and how they kind of trick you to then end up doing some fucked up shit. Anyway, that's that one. Peace and love. I'm out.